Glad to hear all that. And nice to meet you again. We've also got Natalia. Welcome to class. Natalia, how are you?
Hello, thank you, fine.
Nice. Good
And
to hear.
you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And Natalia, what have you been up to today so far?
So I decided to take a day off today and decided to work at home actually. So checking up and answering emails and doing paperwork, checking up my students' works and all these kind of things.
Nice. Okay. Days off are generally really nice. Hopefully get to relax a little bit. Okay, and Jose,
Yeah.
welcome to class. Jose, how are you?
Hello, Joshua. I'm doing very well. And you?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Thanks for asking. What did you do today, Jose, and what are you going to
Yes.
do for the rest of the day?
Um, After that, I'll take another class. Finally, I don't know that I am doing. I don't know.
Okay, so you got another class planned, but
Yes.
after that you don't know.
Yes.
Okay, all right. And Philip, welcome to class. Philip, how are you?
Oh, no, I'm very fine, teacher. How are you too?
Nice, I'm doing well, thanks. Good to see you again.
Thank
Uh,
you very much.
uh, Philip, what are your plans for the day?
Just attending classes.
Okay,
Mm,
okay, just attending classes.
mm.
Okay, and V, welcome to class. V, how's it going?
Yeah, hello, Joshua. This is my first time in your class.
Yeah.
Yeah, and today I think the day is was really good because it is the evening here and it is about 9 p.m.
Okay.
Uh, yeah,
And
and
where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam.
Okay, nice.
hmm
And
Yeah,
am I pronouncing your name correctly? Is it V?
yeah, exactly. It's my name, and they usually call me V in Vietnam because that's my name.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
but it,
Uh,
yeah. Nice to meet
V,
you.
nice to meet you
hmm
too.
Yeah.
What do you like to do for fun? What do you do in your free time?
I usually go to the cinema in my free time with my friends, and I'm trying to learn how to swim because I didn't know swimming before, but
Okay,
now I can swim a little bit, and
nice.
I feel really happy about that. Even though it is
Awesome.
very simple for other people, but for me it is like a big achievement
Yeah,
because yeah, many times, many years, since many years I couldn't.
swim. Yeah, perfect. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And Julia, welcome to class. How's it going?
Hello?
Hi,
Hello? Hi. Hi. Do you?
how are you doing?
Yeah. I'm fine, thank you. Hello?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Julia, where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Okay, nice. And Julia, what do you do for fun?
Oh, I love going out with friends and doing this kind of stuff.
All
With
right.
friends and especially that, but and also visit the art galleries, for example, uh, and go to the cinema as well. Hello?
Hello.
Hey guys, sorry about that. All right, and Herman, welcome to class. Herman, how's it going?
Hey, good. And you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How's your day going so far?
No, it's just beginning. It's just a lazy day today. Nothing special.
Okay. Do you have any lazy plans for the afternoon?
I'm going to take another class and maybe going out. I don't know yet because it's very cold today. The weather.
Okay. Okay. Um, and so Julia,
Hi.
welcome back. Do you have a favorite artist? Is the question I was asking before I think I cut off. Do you have a favorite artist?
Yes, yes, exactly. I'm not an artist, but I like to visit art galleries and artworks and this kind of this stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. And I think that's everybody. Let's get started with today's class. And let's start with Mohammed. Mohammed, can you read the title and the next lines?
Banking. In today's class, we will use money items. Practice going to the bank. Talk about loans and debit.
Nice. Let's look at idioms. Idioms.
Mhm.
Can you repeat that?
Idioms.
Nice. Debt. Debt.
Debt.
Yeah, debt.
Debt. Debt. Okay.
No B. The
Debt.
B is silent.
Okay.
Yeah,
Debt.
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 Good. And Mohammed, can you ask Natalia the first question?
Okay. What's happen? What is happening in the picture? What is going to happen next?
Well, so I suppose that maybe this lady came to the office of a bank to discuss her financial issues. Maybe she's going to open an account, so she's going to have a deposit in this bank, or maybe she's going to ask for a loan, or maybe something else.
Okay. Interesting. And maybe Natasha, welcome to class. Natasha, how's it going?
Thank you very much. It's good to see you. Hi guys, hi Joshua.
Good to see you as well. And maybe the lady came to the bank. Really good grammar. Philip, do you agree or do you disagree with Natalia's answer?
No, what I can see is that is the man who is handing in a check to the lady who is a worker of the bank. That's what I can see.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe the man, I think, is the one who went to the bank, and he's maybe handing the lady a check, perhaps? Yeah. Okay. Good. And Philip, can you ask V the next question?
The next question. I can't see the question, please. Just
What was
rise it up. Rise it up a bit, please.
Okay. Ah, shoot. Hold on. Can you see it now?
When was the last time you went to bank? What did you do? What did you go?
Yeah, it just happened recently because this morning I went to the bank because I need to pay my credit. So that is the reason I go to the bank. I went to the bank this morning.
Because you had to pay your credit card?
Yeah, yeah. My credit card, the due date is very near, so I need to pay it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nice. And yeah, good. I think we're good. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
Good question.
And Germán, can you read the title and the words?
Okay, vocabulary. Define the words or use them in a sentence. Overdrawn, statement, balance, branch, direct deposit, debt, ATM, interest, collateral.
Okay, really nicely done. Maybe two small things. The first one with direct.
Direct.
Yeah. Direct deposit. And interest.
Interest.
Yeah, there's like the silent D in the middle. So try interest one more time.
Interest.
Perfect. There you go. Ken, welcome to class. Ken, how's it going?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. And does anybody have any questions about any of these other words?
Overdrawn?
Yes, I have. Collateral. I don't know the meaning of that.
Okay.
Is my pronunciation correct?
Yeah, collateral.
Yeah, thank you.
And okay, so let's start with overdrawn. Who can explain what overdrawn means? Any ideas?
I can say overdrawn is when you don't have enough money in the bank and you ask the bank to give you some money you'll pay later.
Yeah. I guess definitely when you don't have any money in the bank and you ask for money from the bank, generally you don't realize that you don't have any money in the bank. So when you write a check or more money than you have in the bank, like when you try to take out more money than you have from an ATM machine, things like that. It's when you're overdrawn. Yeah, but I mean, you're pretty much perfect, Philip. Good. And collateral. Who can explain what collateral means?
Well, as far as I know, collateral is some property which we have in order to prove that you'll be able to pay back the loan which you are going to take from the bank.
Mm-hmm. So what happens if you can't pay back the loan?
So if you cannot pay back, as far as I understand, so the property will be taken by the bank, or it's better to say maybe the property will be sold and the money will go to bank or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Really nicely done. And good. Does anybody else have any other questions? Okay. Maybe Julia, can you make a sentence using interest?
Okay. I have. I don't know very well how to use this word in a sentence.
Okay. Maybe. Jose, what about you? Do you think you could try to use it in a sentence?
Yes. I have to pay a high interest for this loan.
Nice. Maybe a high interest rate.
Interest rate for this loan.
Yeah. I have to pay high interest for this loan. Maybe I have to pay high interest. Yeah. You could also say on this loan. But perfect. Really nicely done, Jose. And does that make sense, Julia?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Let's get that. Nice. Let's do a little bit of reading. And let's start with Julia. For the first two roles, can you play Calvin? And let's have Mohammed. Can you play Hobbs, the tiger?
I'm going to start, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10.
And Mohammed?
Really, I can't read it correctly, but it's not clear for me, but I will try. That's my square. Yeah, I did. Okay. You earn my money.
Who? 11.
Just a moment.
Just a minute.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
Nice. And yeah, Natalia, what's happening here? What are they doing, Natalia? Natalia, can you hear me?
Oh, sorry. So my microphone was muted. Sorry. So the boy and the tiger are playing some game, and actually I don't know how the game is called, but so the tiger thinks that the boy has to pay some money to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Needs to pay him money. Instead of pay some money to him, pay him some money. Might sound a little bit better, but good.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice job. And for this next part, Natalia, can you play Hobbs? And Natasha, can you play Calvin? For these next three.
Okay. But I'm sorry, I can't see this exactly.
Does that help?
You, I don't know, maybe.
Are you using a phone?
I've done it.
I mean, maybe Philip, can you read
No.
this? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Hold on, Philip.
Yeah.
Alright, Natasha, you're really breaking up.
Something problem with connection.
Yeah, I would say so. So yeah, we'll call in you in a little bit.
Yes.
Natalia, can you read the role of the tiger? And
Yeah.
Philip, can you play the little boy?
Yes.
What are you doing? You can't just take money from the bank.
You've got hotels on every piece of property you own. I can't afford to pay you, so I'm sticking up the bank. It's a robbery.
And that one more.
You can't do that.
I'm the banker, right? Am I going to risk my life over a few $1,000s?
Good. V, what is happening here?
Hello?
Yeah, hi V.
Can you repeat? Yeah, can you repeat your question, please?
What is happening in these three spaces? What's happening here?
I think the boy is cheating the tiger
Yeah.
because he just took some money directly from the bank. I didn't know the rule. I don't know. I'm not sure about the rule of this game, but I think yeah, the boy couldn't do that in this case.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why the tiger gets angry.
Yeah. And so Ken, what's the boy's rationale? So, like, what is the boy trying to explain here in these two squares, Ken?
He say he's the banker, so he.
I think teacher asked me.
Hello, who is that?
Yeah, Ken. Sorry, V. Hold on. Ken, what do you think?
Yeah, I think he's trying to do bank robbery, and I'm banker. Sorry, I cannot see the text so properly now. That last
Sorry.
part, that hand side, and the bank, Alright, I'm going to risk my life of a few $1,000s. It's a kind of joke, but I couldn't get it so well. He's a banker, and so he want to say he has a right to rob the bank or something.
Not quite.
Hmm.
He's the banker, and he's also another character.
Oh, I've never played Monopoly game, so I don't know rules so much.
So, sticking up the bank, what does that mean?
Sticking up the bank. Somebody always in the bank or
Not
chasing.
quite.
Hmm.
Sticking up the bank. Robbing the bank.
Okay, so he says he's gonna try to bank robber, to be a bank
Yeah, so
robber.
he's the banker, and he is also the bank robber.
I see. So kind of inside corruption or something like that.
More like multiple personalities.
I
So
see.
he's saying, am I going to risk my life over a few $1,000s? So he's saying that the bank robber in this page, or in this picture, would possibly shoot the banker. So the banker's going to be like, okay, you can take the money for sure.
Okay.
So that's kind of his rationale for letting that happen. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
He's pretending to be two characters. Okay. And for this one, Herman, can you read Hobbes? And Julia, can you play Calvin?
Okay.
Oh, the rules don't say you can rob the bank. That's cheating.
Do the rules say you can't rob the bank? Look, do they? Just roll the dice and accept this as a tragic turn of events, okay?
Okay, good. And so maybe, Julia, can you repeat? Do the rules say you can't rob the bank? Huh? Do they?
Do the rules say you can't rob the bank? Craig?
Huh?
Ha.
Do they?
Do they?
Yeah. So just remember that when we've got those italicized words, we want to really emphasize them. So you can't rob the bank? Do they? And so can you two continue for these next two squares?
Okay. Okay. If that's how we're playing, I am robbing you.
Ha. I'll steal your deeds to Park Place and Boardwalk. I can read very well what is
Okay,
written,
sorry.
but
Boardwalk.
what does it mean?
It's a place on Monopoly. If you haven't played Monopoly, it doesn't really make sense, but it's just a place. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking all the houses and hotels and putting them on Baltic, where you just landed. You owe me $250,000.
That's what you think. You.
Nice. And let's have Jose. Can you read the role of the mother? Mohammed, can you read the role of the father?
Okay. Isn't it good how Calvin plays both sides of Monopoly with his stuffed tiger?
I don't know. I overheard him using words he didn't learn in this household.
Household.
Sorry. Yeah, I can't read it.
No worries.
Okay.
Good. Jose, can you repeat cute?
Cute.
Yeah, cute.
Cute. Cute.
Okay, and what is happening here, Jose? In the past couple comics, towards the end, what's been happening?
I think that the tiger take the properties and the Calvin debt money to the tiger.
Yeah, so they just start robbing each other, maybe?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And Mohammed, what is happening in the last part where the parents are talking? What are the parents saying?
Yeah, but I think they talk about the tiger and the boy. They are like fighting together after play, and they said, "Oh, they are always fighting like that." And they said talking about overhead. That means they try to get money and they don't have in their account.
Not quite. Overheard is just means you hear. So I heard him using words he didn't learn in this.
Oh, that's one over down. But I confuse with over down.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it mean? I overheard him using words that he didn't learn in this household. Maybe Natalia, what do you think?
So I suppose that father says that the boy says the words which are not used in their family, and he's surprised that the boy knows those words. So those words connected with banking, for example, and so on, robbing.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe towards the end here, when he starts getting really irritated, he might be using worse words. And so the mom is just saying it's cute that they're playing like this, and the dad's like, well, I don't know if it's cute. He's saying some pretty bad words. Yeah, okay. And does anybody have any questions here?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that after we watch a video, when we tell the story, we usually use the past tense. But in the picture, if I want to retell the story, so what tense can I use in the case? For example, yeah.
Okay, when we talk about works of like art and literature, generally we'd use the present tense. So Calvin says this, yeah, so present tense.
Yeah, so it's different from the video because I usually see that after watching a video, so people say she or he was or did something. Yeah, they usually use the past tense if you watch a video.
Yeah. I'm kind of. I know what you're talking about, and I think it does vary a little bit. If you're writing like criticism of a video, so like if you're writing a movie review, generally you'd want to talk in the present tense. I think that most language learning activities, you talk about videos in the past tense. If we're talking about art and comics and literature, the present tense is generally what we use. You can use the past tense depending on the format. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
Kind
thank you.
a hard, not like an all or every. Any other questions? Okay, let's go on. Did anybody ever play Monopoly really quickly? Did anyone play Monopoly when they were a child?
No, I never play.
Okay.
I did. It's a very long game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play it.
Okay. Have any
Also,
of you
I
guys
play
ever?
very long.
Nice.
Take maybe 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, it does. Takes a long time. Has anybody ever like devolved into fighting about Monopoly? Ever had any Monopoly fights?
A lot.
Oh yeah.
Bro, yeah, for sure.
It's a frustrating game. Good. Okay, and let's have Natalia. Can you ask Philip the first question?
Okay. So, Philip, what do you look for when choosing a bank?
When I have to choose a bank, I look after the quality of services they render. If they are well, if they welcome you very well, they explain to you all the process to open an account and so on. That means for me, first is the quality of the service I'm looking after.
Okay, so the quality of the service is the most important thing.
Yes.
Maybe if they explain this prepositional phrase, I would move, Philip. Where do you think you could put this prepositional phrase?
If they explain you.
Excuse me?
I said if they explain you the processes.
Not quite. With prepositional phrases, we generally put them at the end of a sentence or a clause. Sometimes they go at the beginning, but generally they go at the end.
Okay.
So, if you put it at the end, where would it go?
When I have to choose a bank, I look at the quality of services. If they welcome you, if they explain the process to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could even say if they explain the processes. And then I'd use of opening an account to you.
Okay.
And so just keeping it all the way at the end
Okay.
might sound a little bit better.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So just remember that prepositional phrases tend to go at the end. What about you, V? What do you look for when choosing a bank?
Yeah, the first I think that is the interest, because I need to invest something to get my profit back. So the interest must be very crucial for me. And the second is the service. If I want to choose a bank, I usually Google the information of that, and if it has a big or a good reputation, maybe I can consider it.
Nice.
Mhm.
I usually look up that information. Might sound a little
Yes,
bit better. Yeah.
Google or asking my friends. But I think these days we don't need to do that because the bank staff usually call you to ask if you want to open an account. And at least in my place, they call me every day. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
sometimes it's very annoying, but that is their jobs. So I just one I refuse, and the second, or I can ask the information. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At the moment, I have 2 or 3 accounts in different banks, but just 1 or 2 of that has money. Sometimes you just have a card for saving.
Interesting. I can't believe people call you to ask if you want to start bank accounts. I don't think
Oh,
that's ever happened to me. But cool. That's interesting, different. Let's have Philip. Can you ask Ken this next question?
Yes. If you had 1,025 dollars, no, 1,025,120 dollars that you couldn't put in a bank, what would you do with it?
Yes, maybe I would buy the national bond and invest some stocks. Maybe that's safer than just having such large amount of money on cash.
Yeah, definitely. So you'd buy national bonds and invest in stocks?
Mhm.
Okay, good. Um, yeah, that's perfect. Maybe what about you, Herman?
Maybe I will buy some houses and take some money to traveling.
Houses, take some money. Maybe, and take some money traveling is what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that works. Where would you go?
I have a lot of money, maybe around the world.
Nice. Where would you go first?
Some cool beach.
Some cool beach?
Yeah. I
Okay,
don't know,
nice.
maybe Hawaii, I don't know.
Maybe Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, nice. And solid answer. Maybe Julia, last one. What would you do if you had $1,025,000 or $25,120?
Yes. I quite agree with the last opinion about to invest money for buying houses and save some money to travel around the world, and do a lot of experience knowing people from all over the world.
Maybe getting to know people from all over the world?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, people. No is a little bit more passive. People often try to use no in an active sense. We can't know people. We can like meet people. So we can meet people. and we can get to know people. But like we can't actively, know people from all over the world. It'd be more of like a passive thing. So like I know a lot of people around the world. Does that make sense? Know would be more passive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so meeting and getting to know are active. Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions on this page?
I said on cash, but the in cash is a proper preposition for this.
In cash.
Okay, in
Yeah.
cash.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't catch that. But yes, in would be the proper preposition. Okay. And let's try this. And let's start with Jose. Can you read the person A?
Okay. Person A. You go to a bank in order to ask for a business loan. Tell the banker why you want a loan. Convince him that he should pay you the money.
Convince.
Convince. Convince. Convince.
Mohammed, can you read portion B?
Yes. You work at the bank. Help the customer, but be skeptical about their business plan. If it is fails, you might get fired from your position.
Okay, skeptical.
Skeptical. Skeptical. What the meaning of skeptical?
Be hesitant. Or
Like
be...
intelligent.
Yeah.
Thinking about what they think.
Fired as well.
Can
you repeat fired?
Fired.
So you might get fired from your position.
Fired from your position.
All right. And let's start with Natalia. If you're person A, how would you start us out?
Yeah, so, hello. Can I ask for a business loan from your bank? Or could I ask so more politely? Hello.
Hello. The teacher has some connection problems, I think.
Ah, I see.
Hey, sorry, are you guys there?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are
Sorry.
here.
Natalia, I didn't hear you other than hello. Can you repeat?
Yeah, so could I open a business, could I have a business loan from your bank?
Nice. And Philip, how would you respond?
Yes, we are here for that.
Okay.
What do you want?
So
I said we are here for that. We are here for that. What do you want?
well, I would like to.
Sorry, guys.
I would. Shall I continue?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, so we're gonna move on. Sorry. So B, how would you respond?
Yes. So now in this case, uh,
B, any
yes,
ideas?
are you there? Yeah. So in this case, I'm person B or A.
You're person A.
I'm A. Yeah. My, I think my idea in this case is because I believe in my prestige, so I think that I'm able to pay back the loan in a specific time, and I can guarantee for that. If they don't believe in myself, so I can show out some collateral to get their belief, to get their trust, and maybe
Okay,
I
so
can give them.
B, I mean, this is all really good. Pretend you're talking to the banker. So pretend that you're there in that situation. So you said, "Hi, could I have a business loan from your bank?" And the banker said, "Yeah, that's what we're here for. What do you want?"
Yeah. Okay. Hello. You know that I have some needs to want a loan. So if that's okay for you to get me a loan today or tomorrow, because I think it is very rushy for me to get one. And I know that your company, your bank is very good in the bank markets. So that is the reason why I choose this. And I hope that you won't disappoint me.
Yeah, that's why I've chosen you as a bank.
Chosen
I
or
hope
chose?
chosen. Oh, sorry. Chosen.
Okay.
All right.
What do you want?
And it's very rushed for me to get a loan.
Best rushed, not
I have
rushy.
some.
Reason to want a loan.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds a little bit awkward.
But in this case, we
I
don't
mean,
use the plural for reasons. Reason. I have some reason to want a loan.
you could say either. It depends on how many reasons you have. It doesn't sound perfect. Yeah, it's very rushed for me to get a loan. I really need a loan as soon as possible.
Yeah, I get it. I love that.
Might sound a little bit smoother, but good. Ken, how would you respond?
Yes. In order to avoid risks for both of us, we need to research of your concrete business plan and your collateral. So I'm afraid of saying we cannot loan the money if you in 2 days or so. Maybe research should be done. Takes 1 week or so. So at first, you need to we ask you to show your concrete business idea, business plan.
Maybe first we need you to.
First, you need to show, yes.
Yeah, or we need you to show your concrete business plan. But really nice job. Perfect. Herman, how would you respond?
I can't wait that longer. I need the money faster. And my business plan is that I'm going to make an invisible suit, and I can give you my little bicycle. Can you help me?
Nice. I'm gonna make an invisibility suit, or maybe an I'm gonna make an invisible suit. An invisible suit would mean like the suit would be invisible, and an
Yeah.
invisibility suit would be the suit would make you as a person invisible.
Ah, well, it's the same. Whatever you want.
It makes you invisible, and an invisible suit makes you naked. So, I guess yeah, you got to choose which one you want. Which one do you want?
The second one.
Okay. Nice. And Jose, how would you respond?
Now the bank requests some properties to give you some loan. It's necessary.
So something more than a bicycle?
Uh,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Mohammed, how would you respond?
Uh, I think okay. No problem. I will. I have some property that can support my situations. I have a house. A house which I live in. Also, I can give you a statement from my job, which has my salary, my salary, how much I get a monthly, and uh, and also I will bring my friend to support my situation, but I need the money during 2 days because I have very urgent situation.
Because I have a very urgent situation. Okay. Nice. And Natalia, how would you respond?
Okay, so probably first you should bring the document. For example, you should bring the statement from your job, and you should also prove that you have that property. I'm afraid we cannot believe just the words.
Yeah. We can't take you on your word might be a good phrase.
Okay.
Or we can't take you at your word. Yeah. So that might be, we can't just like trust your word. Nice. Okay, and I guess we can keep it this. Philip, how would you respond?
Okay. I would say but I've been your client for so many years, so you know my account very well. So you can make me a favor and let me not pass through all this process.
You can do me a favor and let me pass through this process.
Let me not pass. Let me not pass through.
Okay, so
and let
that's
me.
a little bit tricky. Let me skip this process.
Okay, let me skip all this process. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you can do me a favor and let me skip this process. And so this part is a little bit tricky. You can do me a favor versus can you do me a favor?
Okay. Can you do me a favor and let me skip this process? Okay.
Yeah, so what's the difference, Philip, between you can do me a favor and can you do me a favor?
Okay. The question is wrong. The question, the way the question is asked is not grammatically correct.
Okay, well, the first way
Hmm.
wouldn't be a question. The first way would be like, you banker, you can do this. You can
Okay.
let me skip this process. And the
Okay.
second one is like, dude, but like, can you please let me skip this process?
Okay.
Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, just probably wouldn't want to tell the banker that he can definitely do something. But
Okay.
good. We are just out of time. Thank you guys for coming in, and hopefully I will see you guys
Okay.
all again soon.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you
Bye,
very
guys.
much.
Thanks, Dutch. Bye, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.